Hello, beautiful souls. Oh, yes. Do you ever like get on with your day, and as you come across specific crystals, you're like, that needs to come with me? My husband got this for me. I believe it's red quartz, but I'm not sure. Either way, it has a beautiful energy, and she wanted to be today. So last week on the recording, I did notice that there was some glitching, and I wasn't sure if that was happening live stream. So I am going to talk a little bit slower so that if there's any glitching, it will be, hey, lovely. Liz, if you can, let me know if it's glitching, because if that's my internet, I've got to figure that out. So do let me know if it's like, if any words cut out. That would be magical. All right. So this is week 2. We just had the winter solstice, and love you. Winter solstice, we are come to the awakening of the new year. We are sleeping now, but we are beginning to gestate. The light is coming back. What a magical time. This is a time of rest and reflection and self-care. So I want to bring presence to that. It's very easy to believe that we should always be in the go-go mode. And our seasons and cycles say different. The seasons, the feminine cycle, all of those things. The seasons of life, you know? Don't let life tell you that you always need to be on, essentially, is what I'm just being guided to tell you. So, I figured we would start with a meditation, but before I get into that, literally just a few minutes ago, I literally started getting these downloads, Lemuria and Atlantis, and I channeled the Lemurians a few weeks back, which was very odd because I don't usually connect with their energy. It's something that's been know about, but kind of unexpectedly they've popped in. And then when I was preparing for this today, they're popping in again. And they have some really interesting information that I had never even before. And I'm excited to share that with you. So I'm going to do a quick meditation, and then we're going to pull some cards. And I have my Beyond Lemuria deck and my oracle. So we're going to pull some cards from that. And then I'm going to talk about what was coming through to me as I was setting up this live stream, which is very exciting, about Lemuria and Ascension and the cycles on our planet. That's different. And then we'll get into a channel message, and maybe the Lemurians will come through for that too. That would be very cool. Our Earth brothers and sisters in that sense. So I'm very excited today. I kind of come into these very like neutral, because I really put out there that spirit is going to lead this. And so boy is it. So if you can, please close your eyes. And we're just going to do a bit of a drop-in meditation. And yeah, take a few deep breaths. Today I have my agate flame here. It's just right here in my lap. This is so grounding. I highly recommend anytime you do a spiritual practice to make sure that you allow your body grounding energy, because spirit can go all over the place, but our body is meant here for the physical, right? And so to help your body kind of be along for the ride, in my experience, to be protected, feel safe on the journey that's very foreign to it, right? I always like to have a very grounding crystal with me. Now, crystal, because it can help the body be in, you know, its many layers, because these are very high vibrational, but grounding and very earth-centered so that the body can feel safe in that process. So recently I have been having my agate flame, which my brother gave to me. And so it's this kind of this grounding presence so that the body can enjoy the journey instead of fly off all over the place. I have found that to be very helpful. So yeah, let's take a few deep breaths and ground our energy from the top of our head, through our heart center, into our root chakra, into this present moment. Maybe move the body around a little bit. Really, I like to my legs a little bit to get into my body. It's so easy to be up in the head, right? Really come to the feeling of the body. You know, rub your hands together. Rub the legs, the arms. I want you to bring your hands to your heart center here. Let's breathe in the heart center. Man, the Lemurians are like right here in my consciousness. This is interesting since, like I said, they're not usually beings that I think of being connected to, but they have just popped in recently, and I'm really excited for whatever this journey is. I love when something I haven't explored yet or something I've, you know, gotten into randomly comes in, because I often recognize that that means that, you know, they're really calling to me. It's not like, oh, I've researched it, now I'm getting more information on them. It's literally just out of the blue, and I love that. So breathing into the heart space, seeing that green, beautiful green color expanding out through the body. Filling your head, your arms, your torso, your legs, shining out the bottom of your feet, shining out your hands. And tapping on your third eye a little bit to awaken it, tapping your heart space, tapping any energy centers you wish to wake up in your body. The throat chakra, crown chakra. Tap the palms of your hands. Breathe. Rub your hands together, awaken that energy. And then just place your hands on your body wherever you feel like it might need a little extra energy. Clearing. Remembering we are so blessed to have access to this technology connection. Our bodies included in that technology. Rubbing the bottom of your feet to ground in if they're accessible to you. I love giving myself a foot massage. It is so grounding and self-loving. I highly recommend it if you haven't done it in a while. And just take a deep breath as we back into the space. All right, let's get into it. All right, I'm going to do a little smoke cleanse. Hope that was a blessing for everyone. If anyone has any questions, Liz, do let me know if there's any glitching. That would be very helpful. If any skipping out or anything. And even though this is through a camera, time and space are an illusion. Thanks, Levy. Time and space are an illusion. We are all one consciousness. So as I cleanse myself and my space, I am sending that energy to you, allowing it to permeate our being. Just a little housekeeping today. So the live streams, of course, are free. I wanted them to be accessible to everyone, but if you... All right, so Tammy said I'm glitching. All right, interesting. Liz, are you noticing that I'm glitching or not? I'm trying to figure out if it's YouTube or if it's me. All right. Oh, 11:11. All right. Not crazy bad. Okay. All right. I'm going to slow down my talking. So if there's any, I think it's reality. Well, if spirit could sort out that problem, that would be fantastic. I'm going to slow down my talking just a hair so that we won't miss anything, hopefully. All right. Yes, so this is a free gifting, but if you are feeling blessed or inspired to give back, I do have my Venmo in the description. So that is available if that is an inspiration you have. But like I said, this is to be accessible to all. So whatever feels good. All right, let's get into it. So I was inspired to pull a card from Isis, the Isis Oracle, and then we'll get into the Lemurians. So as many of you know, Isis is my goddess, and she guides me through much of my spiritual practice, whether I'm working with Egyptian energy or not. So I do like to tap into her. Ooh, interesting. The brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. And here we have Isis up here. I believe this is set. I believe. I'll have to look. Yeah, the brother in darkness. That's so interesting. Ooh, exciting. I love my messages from Isis. She is my... All right, let's see. Oh, the brother in darkness opened right up to it. Okay. Let us see. All right, there is a whole ritual process. After I read the card, do comment if you want me to go through the healing ritual or if you'd like me to get right into the Lemurians, because that's very exciting to me. All right, let's read the message and we'll decide after. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. You shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. There is a test that you are currently moving through because you are ready to progress more deeply into wisdom, acceptance, and inner peace. The test is in the guise of a negative energy source, either within you or apparently outside of you. In truth, we are all one, and the world is our mirror for whatever healing task lies within. Even though sometimes the source of difficulty appears to be external, rather than an opportunity for us to gain mastery of our own responses through our inner healing. Guidance comes to you in this oracle now to become more conscious of the negative energies either within or directed towards you without being fearful. There is no need to fear. There is just need for more conscious, loving response. In the story of Isis, the destructive emotions of her dark brother Set led to the murder of her beloved Eris. He did not stop there. He also attempted to destroy her beloved divine son, child, and deny him his rightful rulership. Set teaches us that destructive emotions can gain awful power if we leave them unchecked and do not consciously respond to them. Isis teaches us that love, faith, persistence, courage, intelligent and honest awareness can overcome even the darkest power. Your guidance is to rise above fear, anger, jealousy, or hatred within you or directed towards you now. This will require your feminine strength to be fiercely compassionate and not to judge or resist out of fear. Compassion is great strength. It sees the truth in all situations and does not pander to lies or deceptions in order to paint everything as nice. Compassion is wisdom. It knows that a wolf can cause harm even if it is dressed up as a sheep. You are guided to be attentive and honest about negative influences within or directed towards you without judging them, or their source, or paying undue attention with fear. You simply need recognition and then to respond with compassion and clear, loving, firm boundary. This boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. It may not require any further action than this. Listen to your heart and trust your guidance. You are guided, however, to respond now and check the growth of any negativity before it becomes more consuming than it needs be. This oracle also comes as spiritual revelation. Part of your spiritual path is to honor the darkness as a way through to greater consciousness. To not fight against darker and potentially destructive emotions with force, but to allow them to be with compassion, be with them with compassion instantly removes the resistance that creates psychic glue and darker energies to get stuck within us. Trust your feminine values, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you are obligated to wear another's negativity for them. You are not. You may stand true in your purity of heart and be safe. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Have compassion and witness it, but don't believe that you have to identify with it. It is not you. It is just energy and feeling. Let it flow, and it shall go. The ritual healing below will assist with releasing negative energies with feminine power. May you enjoy your growing mastery with such energies from a place of compassion, humanity, humility, and service to the light in all beings. All right. I definitely resonate with this in something personal that's going on with my life. How does everyone feel about doing the healing ritual, or would you like to move on? I will do what everyone's feeling guided towards. I am okay with either one. There is a healing ritual and an incantation. If anyone wants to comment or has a feeling on it. If not, we'll move on to the Lemurians. And before we move on, just taking a few deep breaths. Thank you, Isis. Go with what you want. Oh, thank you. Hi. I think I'm going to move forward. Yeah. We can always revisit this if it comes again. That could be really cool. All right. Let's take a few deep breaths. Thank the goddess for her wisdom and her messages today. To learn to be in compassion, no matter if something's uncomfy or not, in all circumstances. All right. So let us, I didn't even open my Lemuria deck. I literally just grabbed it right before popping on here. So let's get into it. This just absolutely, isn't this just beautiful? Now, I want to be clear. I have done little to no research on the Lemurians. I have this deck, I have the Pocket Edition, and that's pretty much my only experience with them. I have briefly looked them up to see that they're somewhat connected to the Atlantis story, but I have literally not gone any further than that. So anything that comes through is purely just intuition. So I'm really excited for that. So first we're going to pull a card. Calling upon the Ascended Lemurians. It's interesting, deck is called Beyond Lemuria because that's really resonating with what they're sending to me right now. So that's exciting. So the card today is Starseer. All right, number 46. I know, it's really amazing. There's a new like Lemurian deck that I really want to get. I'm so excited, and now even more excited. All right, listen to your intuition. Trust the holistic journey, dreams finding their way into being. Your picture, a more aligned outcome than expected, clarity of the greater path. Have you ever headed towards a specific destination, but instead of it being where you ended up, the journey was the catalyst for getting you where you were meant to go? Have you ever felt the universe was conspiring against you and nothing seemed to be worked out as planned, but then everything came together in a way that was so perfect? This card is about the journey not going as planned, but the outcome being better than you thought possible. I just want to bring awareness that the last card was about challenges and tests. Mirrors right for the original garden. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I have done very little research. They're both groups of Earth people who were on this planet a very long time ago. And again, that's part of what's being coming through to me that I want to share with you guys. So I'm very excited. What I was going to say is our last card was about a test and trusting. I'm not on Viber, sorry. This is about trusting the process, trusting the test, trusting things coming up to be for the journey, right? It puts us exactly where we need to be. Even if something feels like a block, it's an opportunity to like grow, learn, be slightly, realigned by spirit, seeing it like that. All right. When we set aims and intentions, internal or external shifts may need to occur before we start to see results. Outdated doors may have been closed. Ideas that are holding you back may need to transform. Winding roads may make it seem as though you are off the path, despite how right your decisions may feel. Trust and know that your higher self may have bigger plans for you. There might be some adventures on the way, or not. The road you may take depends on how ready you are and the distance between your current life and one you are dreaming into being. This card depicts intuition as a goddess. She is lifting you out of the clouds of confusion and mind noise and showing you the clear way forward. She is your higher self and can see your great potential. Trust your instincts and have faith in your dream. You are already on way. The divinatory meaning is keep believing in yourself. Trust in your dreams enough to let the serendipities let go enough to allow space for unexpected opportunities. Even when the route is not as direct as you imagined, listen to your intuition and know you have got this. I love that. All right, so let's get into the message. And I am going to be channeling. I'm assuming the Lemurians are going to be what comes through. Oh, on the bottom we said, the unlimited self, crown chakra. I'm going to read this too. I'm having the intuition to read this. I'm going to share a little bit about what was coming through to me while I was preparing, and then we'll get into the channeled message. All right, so crown chakra is number 9. I like to share the numbers because numbers mean things to different people, and I like to put that out there. Hi, Mommy! Crown chakra, the unlimited self. Devotion, inner guidance, visionary, inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to the universe, life force energy. The crown chakra is your link to the multidimensionality of your being, the seat of your soul. It gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitlessness appears with folding petals and points to your most potent potential. Here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we are aligned with spirit, purpose, and truth. Restore. Find more spaces in your life. Find your own way to meditate. When you are distracted, you are living on the surface. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. Themes, the way you to be most aligned with divine guidance and connection with spirit. Healing position, top of the head or just above the head if lying down. Color wash, white with flecks of gold and violet. All right, so crown chakra. Trust divine timing, trusting divine guidance. Very cool. So I want to share a little bit about what I was downloading before I sat down here. Very unexpected. Like I said, I don't really connect with the Lemurian energy. The first time I did was literally a few weeks ago. I was literally just channeling, and as I was channeling, I was like, this is the Lemurians. Like, it was so random. Apparently they're a part of my journey now. So first thing that's coming to me is that the Lemurians, the Egyptians, the Atlanteans, they're all of a similar frequency that has shown up on our planet at different times through history. All right, I'll wait a second. Thanks, Lovey. All right, I'm gonna slow down just a bit. What's coming through to me is that the Egyptians, the Atlanteans, and the Lemurians are of a similar frequency that has come to our planet consistently and will come again before. What I was being guided to this morning is that our belief that Atlantis and Lemuria were destroyed. But actually, they both, at different times on our planet, went through an ascension process like we're going through right now. And they transcended the physical plane. The intention of our planet is to experience this ascension process. Souls come here to experience ascension in all its different cycles. The separation, the connection, all of that. It's what our planet's kind of built to do, okay? This is just what I'm like coming to. Like, I've literally never I've always thought of it as like a path upward, what I'm being guided to is that Earth is about the cyclical nature of separation, connection, the breathing in and out of the universe. So different forms of consciousness have come here and gone through this process. Right now, it is our current Homo sapien human thing. One thing is that Atlanteans, Lemurians, whoever else, I am getting that the Egyptians were a possible process, and because they kind of got mixed up in the rest of the world, they actually kind of lowered their vibration and did not follow through on this process, is what I'm getting, which is very interesting, which is why we still see a lot of what they have here. Oh my God, it's so coming. Wow, this is amazing. The ascension process occurs, and the species that decides to go through this process elevates into a higher reality. So in our experience here, if someone was staying in the 3D, they would sort of disappear. Wasn't it the Aztecs or the Incans that just like randomly disappeared? Like, comment if you remember that. I think this could be a very similar process. They just popped in too. Essentially, a group of beings will ascend, and they sort of disappear, okay? And then because the purpose of this ascension process is to do it ourselves, essentially, I'm also getting that the Incans or the Aztecs, whoever it was similar to the Egyptians, as in there was a transition, but there was also kind of a falling away. Like, it didn't complete, is what I'm seeing. So they transcend the physical. And then because the purpose is to have the next group have its own awakening without being like told about it, it has to be an organic transitional period for them. Planet Earth removes evidence. So the floods, the cataclysms, they're resets so that a new group can go through this experience. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. I've literally never thought of this. This is so wild. It's to move consciousness through, and then it's a reset. So, in other words, it was a clearing. Like, it didn't get like destroyed. It was a removal of that energy because whatever was supposed to transition up already did, and it clears out. That's just what I'm receiving in this transmission. So the Lemurians, what I also received was that they are here on Earth, but in a higher plane. And in that process, they also chose to visit other planets. Well, so there are extraterrestrial Lemurians that have evolved, and there are Lemurians who decide to stay in a higher plane on planet Earth. And a lot of people resonate with that. Hawaii is like where Lemuria was generally, and that when you go there, that's why it's so sacred. And what I'm hearing is that that is actually a connection point to where the Lemurians are still on our planet. We just don't perceive them, and that's why going there feels so high vibrational. Our perception. Same with the Atlanteans. But it's a very different energy. Each civilization, each group went through a different process, went through a different clearing process. I'm hearing that the Lemurians fully transitioned. The Atlanteans mostly transitioned. There was a kind of stragglers, is what I'm hearing. And that, whatever it was, the Aztecs or the Incans, whoever it was, I am like so scared, like, for what it was. I think it was the Aztecs. Their transition didn't like follow through. So like they were different opportunities for the humans to do this transition. And for some reason they kind of fell back because they interact with other humans and kind of got sidetracked, essentially. Which is why their places of living have been shrouded in mystery in a lot of ways, because in some ways the earth has kind of covered up that journey. But because we are still in line, we are still human like they were, we still have access to it because we're actually a part of their awakening. Like, there's always a transcendence through a species. So they were a possibility, but it didn't follow through. So now we're like, we get to have some access to that. But the earth is still kind of in this always clearing, always allowing for the new. All right, that's what's coming through for me. Very unexpected. I'm feeling very like vibraty, so I am going to get into a channeled message. For any of you who haven't seen me channel, I will usually close my eyes and then do some toning and then get into the message. Oh my God, this is so exciting. All right. I'm connecting back to the card. The Lemurians want to express that the doors closing. They're talking about the tests. They're talking about the divine timing. A lot of what's going on in our planet is that. A lot of this fear and the seeming chaos is that. It's redirection, it's clarity, it's allowing us to learn to be more in love no matter what's going on for us. The Lemurians are like transmitting back so that we can all collectively ascend. Wow, it's like already coming through. Jeez. Okay. Heart-centered human beings on your planet, we are connecting with you now. The heart is a sacred connection portal. We are so excited to be connecting with you as Rebecca Laurel has communicated. This is the Lemurians. We have connected to you from the realm that is still on Earth. Recently, the channeled message that came through was from our extraterrestrial brothers and sisters, but today we are connecting to you from Earth. We are deeply excited as your humanity, your human experience, vibration is getting to a point where we can clearly communicate with you now. As many of you know, your reality can only be a reflection of your current vibration. And therefore, we have been out of vibrational match with your perception. But now, as you raise in frequency, we are slowly being able to connect with you as our frequencies are beginning to align. In the near experience of your future, you slowly be integrated into the dimension that we reside in, and you will be able to more palpably interact with us in a more physical way. Perception physically, as you will actually be ascending into a quote-unquote less physical experience, but it will feel more tangible to you as you raise in frequency and start to perceive new levels of reality. We have been living our own reality and experience on your planet, and there are multiple species and spirit beings that live on your planet in the reality we interact with you, from, and we have our own collective on our level of reality for planet Earth. On your planet right now, in your density, you experience trees, crystals, other animal beings on your planet that are in the same frequency as you are. As you ascend into higher dimensions on your planet, you will start to perceive other groups of beings that still experience planet Earth, but from a higher reality. This level that we are on is where you might also find the Fey realm. Slightly different frequency, but we do interact very, very often, and they are in the same or similar density as we. That is why you can sense them, but you do not always see them, and they can pop in and out. We have chosen not to do this, as they like to lower their frequency and raise it very quickly to pop in and out of the different realities. They find this fun, whereas we have chosen to stay more in our density for our own lessons and for our experience. We have generally left you alone to your experience, as that is your experience and we have had ours. But now that our frequencies are becoming more aligned, we are going to be interacting more readily as we become vibrational matches, preparing for you to come to our level and to start interacting in a more physical way, sort of like neighbors moving in next door. We are preparing for new neighbors. This is a very exciting time for our planet for many, many reasons. We have noticed on your planet that there is somewhat of a divide. There are many beings on your planet, more than you realize, in the ascension process. All of your species is in the ascension process, but some of you are resisting it more than others. So there could potentially be a split in consciousness where some of you will ascend and you will continue the cycle on planet Earth. This is similar to what happened to the Atlanteans. Some ascended, some stayed on planet Earth, and were a part of the clearing process. This is where the history books on your planet talk about the city being destroyed. There were some beings who resisted the ascension process and in their soul contracts were a part of the clearing process. Now, we understand to human beings that sounds very upsetting, but trust that it was a part of the soul contracts that were happening at this time. So there is a possibility that your species will go through a similar process, and this is why we are guiding you to clear focus and intention on what you want to vibrationally connect with in your reality. We offer you the guidance of not being distracted by the fear, the disconnection, and the chaos. There is availability for you to transcend that and literally experience a different version of Earth, a different reality, where other humans on your planet may not. And this is just a process that will play itself out. There are potential possibilities of everyone ascend together. It is not out of the question. So that is why we guide you to love, expression, creating these sacred communities, allowing others who may be more resistant to be open to the possibilities, to ascend with you. Nothing has gone wrong in this situation. Each ascension process is exactly what it needs to be for the evolution of consciousness. We just want to bring some more awareness to the process if there is some concern or confusion to why certain things may be happening. We are very excited for this connection with you, that it is being opened up. There are many portal points on your planet where you can more readily access our energy, Hawaii being mentioned before, but there are other points on the planet, Mount Shasta being another. There's one in the Sahara Desert. Antarctica is one. Egypt is another, close to the Sahara Point, but slightly different. There's one in Siberia, Bali, and more will follow. We understand that some of these places are very inaccessible to you right now, but the reason that is because the frequency is far enough apart where it is more challenging to reach those points. As you ascend in your energy, points that are more readily available will come into your reality because you will be more of a vibrational match to that experience, and so they will be more easily accessible to you. These points are opening up as you would call it, the veil thins. We are excited about this transition for your species. We have been watching for some time. For a very long time, we were focused on our own experience, but in the last several hundred years, we have been more observing, especially in the last 100 years, and even more so in the last few decades, very much so. Our attention has been focused to this transitional period as it will now be affecting us as well. Like we said, new neighbors moving in. So we are excited to extend our hand in this process. We are excited to connect with you further in the future. And if you have any questions or comments for us, feel free to comment them. And when we reconnect in the future, we will try to answer some of those questions. Thank you so much for receiving this information, and we are looking forward to connecting with you in the future in this way and also in other ways. Many, many, many blessings to you on your personal ascension journey, and we are excited for what is in the future. Many blessings. We are complete. I hope that wasn't too glitchy for you guys. I may potentially make a video about all of this information so that it is more in the tangible for people to access. Wow, what an unexpected energy share transmission. I am feeling very like vibraty. Thank you all for being a part of that. Like I said, I hope it came through generally clearly. I know we were dealing with some glitching before, so hopefully whatever needed to come through came through, and we trust that process. All right. So as we near the end of our gathering here today, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. And just let ourselves ground down back into the space. I am so very thankful for you all being today. Recognizing that it's all perfect. I'm being guided to remind you that the physical experience here is not something to escape, but rather a part of this entire journey. Being grounded in the physical is a beautiful, slower experience. Kind of like a lot of us talk about slow living. Planet Earth, the human experience, is a slow living experience. Manifestations come in more slowly. We have to walk places. You know, we have to experience food, and not have to, but like we've chosen to experience this very palpable, slow experience. And when we try to rush, that's why we get stressed, and that's why we get anxious. We're not meant to rush in the human body. We are meant to be slow, move with grace, move with intention. And trust this transitional period. A lot of us are going to be experiencing more quick spiritual movement as we transition. So that's why we experience it depending on where we're at vibrationally during the day. We will experience different speeds of time, different movement, speed of manifestation as we ascend, as we tune more regularly. That's why manifestations come in quicker. We are transcending slowness and moving into a more spirit-aligned experience, which, you know, spirit is immediate. You think it, it happens. So we are in that middle time, and it really depends on the vibration we are holding at that time. So if something's taken a really long time, there's clearly an energetic block, or what I'm receiving is maybe it's to slow down around it. Not trying to make it happen, but rather come back into the slowness so that you can bring it up with you into a more ascended spiritual experience where it can come faster for you. So don't try too hard is what I'm getting. A lot of us are definitely trying too hard. So yeah. All right, so as we come to the end, ooh, the smoke is getting in my nose. Let's take a few deep breaths. Ground back down into the space with appreciation and gratitude for our physical bodies. Breathing in that life force energy. Yeah, the snail, yes, exactly. Breathing in that life force energy, being in appreciation and gratitude. 555, it was 5505 was our time. Breathing in appreciation and gratitude for the slowness. We're so interested in rushing to the finish line. Let's enjoy the journey. Let's enjoy the journey. And as we enjoy the journey, it will come faster for us. Isn't that the beautiful duality? As we stop resisting it by trying to make it happen, it will happen. And that is a real journey process. You can't force that. You can't fake that. That is just the journey. All right, beautiful beings. It's time to ground back in. And maybe rub your legs. Give yourself a little foot rub. Ground back down into our day as we come into the new year. It'll be the new year when we gather once again, the Gregorian human new year, if you resonate with that. It's important to recognize that even if things are human or made up, because so many are focused on it, there is still an energetic portal happening at that time. Essentially, what you focus on, we create. So if many, many beings are in that renewing energy at that time, it is an energy you can tap into. It's not just fake human stuff. So recognizing that if you choose to engage with that, if it resonates with you, then it will assist you. So just grounding in and reminding you to love on yourself, give yourself a little massage as we enter into the new year. A lot of transitions are happening, physical, spiritually. There's a lot of good potential energy here. So as you tap into it, you can access it and utilize it for your own personal journey. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's cool too. There are other energy portals that are available to you and your personal alignment as well. So thank you so much for joining today. Again, like I said, this is a free offering. I wanted it to be accessible to everyone. But if you were blessed by this and you're inspired to share a gift of money, my Venmo is down below. Yeah, so thankful for all of you. If you would like to join our community, I do have 2 Telegram groups right now, the app Telegram. The link to the main group where I will share nourishment, upcoming live streams, and that sort of thing. It's not really like a chat. It's more of just like a place where you can more readily access this thing. That is the link below. And then pinned in that group is a like a community group where people can communicate, share messages, connect with each other. So there's 2 different platforms for it. And like I said, you can access through that first one. So if that's something you would like to do, connect with the beings that are here, feel free to hop on over to that group. And yeah, we'll not only be sharing live stream updates and things of that nature, but other things that I feel might be helpful if I feel like I want to pull cards just through the week, send messages, whatever, there will be as well. So a little more like extra energy for that group. So anyway, much love to you all. You're all a blessing. You are all a part of this magical process on earth. Don't ever feel, I love you. Don't ever feel that you are less valuable than anyone else. Source consciousness has chosen to incarnate as you as a part of the very important puzzle and framework of its experience here on earth. So we're all so important to that intricate puzzle of consciousness expanding in this process. So thank you so much, beautiful beings. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to message them in that group chat. I will try to, keep up with that and or comment on this video. This will be accessible in the future for reviewing. It usually takes about a day to like fully upload because it's such a long video, but it will be here on the channel, accessible in the near future. So thank you so much, beautiful beings. We are now here at an hour, so I am going to head off. Love you all and looking forward to seeing you in the group chats and in the future. Love, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.